Hi, Nicole. How you doing? Okay, so yeah, it was kind of a short week in terms of what we had, the deliverables for this week. So if we take a look at our portfolio audit form, which I like to do each week, so we take a look at week 4, and we see that's our digital graphics design, are our two examples of digital graphics design, and it also has listed for week 4 our package design, but we don't have package design for this particular area of study. So that leaves us with 5B, our digital graphics design. So we take a look at what is involved with digital graphics design, and that's projects that demonstrate skills in vector and raster graphics InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator, retouching, demonstrated by before and after in Photoshop. So what we're looking at in your presentation, which I have right over here, is this first piece, and you're saying that this is section 5B, digital graphics design, and this is Photoshop, and this is what I'm guessing is a color or levels adjustment, and let me describe what I'm seeing. Okay, I don't know. It's hard to tell who designed this piece based on the way that you have it. Is this designed by you and then enhanced in Photoshop, or is this somebody else's work that was placed in Photoshop and then enhanced? Do you see what I'm asking? And then if we take a look at some of the areas in Photoshop where you have taken this in and done your adjustments, as you can see these areas, your areas here have brought out this yellow and the blue down at the bottom of the composition here. But unfortunately, in doing so, you've pumped up the light end of the histogram as such so that now you're burning the white right into here and pulling the color and stripping the color right out of that portion of the composition. As we can see, here's the before and here's the after. So you really have to ask yourself in this situation, what is the better looking piece? Is it the before or after? So really get in the habit of taking a look at the entire composition. Okay, and not just one area, because if I'm looking at this area right here at the bottom, yes, this piece right here definitely looks better. It's showing more color. But up here, you're starting to lose a lot of detail in that global adjustment you've done in Photoshop. Okay, now let's go ahead and pop down here and take a look at our second digital graphics design piece, and that's Photoshop. I'm sorry, that's InDesign. And you've got this wonderful 4-column grid going here. And this is a good piece. A couple of things I'd like you to think about here. I'm just going to Command R here real quick. Pull out my guides. I'm going to pull out this guide right here. Whoops. I'm going to pull out this guide right here. And I'm going to drop it right at the top of that text. Right there. Okay. See how it's aligned at the top of that text right there? The rest of your text should align up with that. See how these two are aligned up there? So that's all aligned right there, like a clothesline, and everything's hanging down from an even spot. See what I'm saying? Okay, then I'm going to take that guide again. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to move it down to here this time. I'm going to put it right there. And you can see that this personal preference, I have it right at the baseline personal preference, but if we follow that over, that's cutting that right in half. So this column here needs to be moved up a little bit to align with that. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, other than that, it's a good piece, okay? Okay, this is... Okay, I don't recognize this piece. And I would need to see the ad that this is associated with. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of students say, can you show me a cover letter, or can you show me how to write a cover letter, or can you read my cover letter and tell me how it is? And I can't really do that without looking at the ad that the cover letter is associated with. Do you understand what I'm saying? In other words, I can't look at this and tell how it's effective without seeing what the company has advertised that they want. Okay? So this assignment here is more closely associated with week 1 or week 4 assignment 1. And what I want you to do is I want you to post this back over in there so we can go over it. Because to be honest with you, I didn't see your post over there. Let me just take a real quick look here. That's week 4 assignment 1. And let me see. Okay, there's Teresa. Arturo. Okay, so yes, I'm not seeing your thing, that cover letter, and do this assignment, and that will directly address this. Okay, because that's what this is, this part of the assignment, this first part. Week 4 assignment 1 is finding an ad, dissecting it, pulling out the relevant information, and assembling a cover letter using that information. Okay, so let's get that done, and then we'll keep these separate as far as the assignment goes, and then we'll put them back together again in the portfolio next week. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, get with me. I'll be glad to explain. All right, thanks.